Today is the kind of day that you miss people like Bill O'Reilly, and that I don't say that lightly, or often. But you miss the days where you could flip on the news and you would have a guy who, is credible and would have some sources, or, he would just at least know because of his contacts what's really going on in Washington, D.C. Well, Bill O'Reilly at BillO'Reilly.com. Today's going to be one of the shows that you really are going to miss. You'll miss a lot if you don't see it. He's on with us now. He tweeted, "The decision has been made. The president will quit the campaign." Now, he tweeted that yesterday. Bill O'Reilly joins me now. Hello, Bill.
Who is this? Glenn who? Glenn Beck?
Wow, I got my first name. Bill O'Reilly. That's a first to use my first name.
First time. How are you, Beck? I haven't talked to you in a while.
I know. I'm great. I saw your tweet, and then I think you reached out to me, and then I reached right back out because I was going to reach out to you. All right. Spill the beans. What do you know?
Okay. So the two people in charge of this are Barack Obama and Ron Klain, the former chief of staff of Joe Biden, for the first 2 years. So they huddled, and they actually talked to Joe. I don't know whether it was on a Zoom or in New York. Obama was in New York at a fundraiser, and so was Biden. But it's really tamped down. And both Klain and Obama, and this is what my tweet was, have decided that it's over. So when I say that, what does that mean? It means that the two most powerful men in the Democratic Party right now, they are the two most powerful people, have said to Biden, you can't win. You cannot beat Trump, and he's the devil, he's evil. So if you don't get out, you are helping evil. That's how.
Okay, hang on just a second. I don't think that would faze Joe Biden. He knows that. He's got a son. Anyway, this reminds me of Nixon, where the tables turned on Nixon and he lost the support of key members of the Senate. They walked in and said, "You got to go. You got to go." Now, are they going to offer any carrot or stick if he doesn't go? Eden Pure is having their famous buy one, get one deal on the Thunderstorm air purifiers. No matter how many thunderstorms you buy, you'll get an equal amount for free. There's nothing worse than having odors in your house. Have you ever walked into somebody's house and you're like, oh, wow, you either have a cat or a teenager? Thankfully, you can get rid of any bad smell now when you get the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. Whether it's odor from cooking, cigarettes, litter box, trash cans, or teenagers, it doesn't matter. Thunderstorm will knock it out. It starts working in seconds to clear a room of smells, and you don't ever have to replace a filter. And it doesn't cover the odors. It actually purifies the air. They've sold hundreds of thousands of Thunderstorm units so far, and they have thousands of 5-star reviews online. I want you to go right now to EdenPureDeals.com and use the discount code BECKBOGO.
Well, that's an excellent analysis, Beck. You got a lot smarter since we last talked. I was just worried about
Well,
but it is
much older.
Very, very similar.
Yeah.
So the Nixon people were telling the American public, oh, he's not going anywhere. This is just, he made a couple of mistakes, but, he's a great president, blah, 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 blah. But behind the scenes, the Republicans are saying, hey, if you don't get out, they're going to arrest you. They're going to charge you with crimes. And that's why Nixon went to the helicopter and waved to everybody. Now it's being presented to Biden. If you don't get out, you're going to go down in history as a villain because Trump is going to win. And it's going to be all your fault, 100%. Now, Biden, as you rightly pointed out, is not really incapable. He's not capable anymore of actually digesting that. So it's his wife that's making all the calls. So they go to Camp David over the weekend. They're still there. I think their helicopter shows up in about 20 minutes. All right? And she is going, no way we're leaving. we're fighting this to the end. Joe Biden just sitting there, eating his sugar frosted flakes. And he didn't have anything to do with this. So the fight now is between the party elders and Jill Biden, who's digging it in and saying, no, Joe does everything I tell him to do, and he's not going to leave because we think we can overcome this. Now, let me give you the reason that they're not going to overcome it. Okay, that the Bidens will leave, and they may leave very quickly, by the way. They're trying to figure out now, the Democrats, when to make this announcement, all right? They got to obviously get the Bidens on board. But they also have got to go to some kind of plan B, all right? So we're going to go to the convention with these people. They don't have that yet, okay?
Well, how do they do that and say they respect democracy? I mean, there's no way to do that.
No, yes, there is. Oh, absolutely there is.
Oh, well, there's the super delegates.
Yeah, all Biden has to do is say, I'm retiring for health reasons, which you're going to see, and I'm going to give my delegates to whomever the party wants. And then Biden will be totally out of it, and they'll tell him, give the delegates to Kamala, to Newsom, to Whitmer, whatever. And it's not that complicated. LBJ did it. And it's ironic because he did it, and then the convention was in Chicago, and all hell broke loose in '68. Mm-hmm. Well, where's the Democratic convention this year?
Chicago, and all hell is going to break loose.
You bet. Yep. All the anarchists and the pro-Hamas people are going to be there. Okay, so the reason that this is, in my opinion, but it's more than an opinion, incontrovertible, is that Biden's support was thin. To begin with, he doesn't have a core support. It's all hate Trump support.
Yes.
Okay. And so that there aren't many Democrats, if you believe the CBS poll, that care if Biden's the nominee. They don't have an emotional investment in Biden.
Correct.
They just want to see Trump lose. That's huge. So he doesn't have a cadre of people outside of Jill and maybe Hunter, I don't know, but he doesn't have that. He doesn't have Congress. I mean, the Congress people are running around undermining the hell out of him. And his own people. You saw Jamie Raskin do that. My God. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't have a core support in Congress or among the folks. They say they raised a lot of money from the debate. I'm suspect, but I don't think they're going to raise a lot of money going forward. Right?
Okay. So Joe, Bill, who do you think is most likely to replace him?
All right. Now, I don't know, but I will tell you who wants it. So Kamala wants it. Kamala's not going to go quietly into the night, and she'll play the race card. Okay? Gender and race card, that's what she's got. She'll play it. Newsom, I understand, just ordered hair products a lot more. So
right.
He obviously wants it. Whitmer in Michigan wants it. All right, so those are three right there. Now, they would like...
What about Big Mike? What about Big Mike? What about Big Mike?
Big Mike. Who's Big Mike?
That would be Michelle Obama. Big Mike.
I'm sorry, Beck. I didn't get the Big Mike reference. It is. I have never in my 50-year careers in journalism seen any famous person locked down like Michelle Obama. You can't get a whisper out of that anywhere. So obviously that would be the savior, right?
Yeah.
But there isn't any indication one way or the other that she wants to do it. And those of us who know Michelle Obama, and I know her a little bit, she is a very strong woman. Barack Obama is not going to go in there and go, "Hey, Michelle, you're running." No.
No.
Not
you don't say that to Big Mike. Listen, let me ask you, Bill. Let's not talk politics. Let's talk security of the country. First, who's running the country right now? And go ahead.
The three guys there in the White House, the chief of staff, the national security guy, that's the Irish guy.
Yeah. Look at this. This is what we voted for. The Irish guy.
Right. Yeah, I'm more by Jake Sullivan. Thank you very much, everybody. And his counsels. So there's a triumvirate in the White House. Nobody ever heard of these people. They get no pub. Every once in a while go out, but not often. And there's a alert, by the way, a very serious alert on U.S. bases overseas and embassies about a terror attack. Very serious. So we have an incapacitated president. Go ahead.
You're right. We have an incapacitated president. What the heck? Who ordered our nuclear sub to surface in the Norwegian Sea this weekend to send a message? I mean, and it's kind of important to know who's actually running the show there, because we're on the verge of war if we're stupid. And I can't gauge who's actually making the decisions. Should the president step down from the presidency?
Yeah, that would be Sullivan. Okay. Look, this is a very, very chaotic White House. You know, I got a book coming up, Confronting the Presidents, where we evaluate every president. And I sent that to you, Brad, and I'm going to hire someone to read it to you. I'm going to pay somebody to follow you around and read you this book, because it's unbelievable about the difference in some presidents. And Biden's the second worst president in our history. And Trump exaggerates saying he's the worst. Nobody's worse than James Buchanan, who actually lit the fuse of the Civil War. But Biden is second. And it is so, to me, because I do know what's happening on a day-to-day basis in that White House. This man, there are 3 out of 5 days, and Axios has about 50% of this right today. He's not even in the Oval Office. He didn't even make it down from the residence. That's how incapacitated he is. And Jill Biden makes that call. If you look at his schedule, and on the No Spin News, my TV broadcast, we report it every day. Most of the time he has nothing on his schedule but a fundraiser where he reads a teleprompter. That's it. He doesn't do anything. And everybody in his administration knows this, which is why after the debate catastrophe, it's just unbelievably shocking that they won't tell the truth to the American public. The Democratic Party will not tell the truth. This has been going on for a year. This doesn't just happen.
Okay, last question. I've got to get this in. Is this better or worse for Donald Trump if Biden leaves? Does it change it enough to change the game, and people will just then say, well, I'm just going to go with somebody new?
Trump would defeat Joe Biden now, no question. That's number one.
No question.
Right. He beats Biden. When Biden steps aside, if it's Michelle Obama, it's
over.
Formidable for Trump. That's trouble. Anyone else he can barely handle it at this point. Because remember, Trump got 72 million votes in 2020. I estimate the most he could lose on the 72 million would be 10%. That brings him down to 65 million. Biden's going to get nowhere near that.